a friend Enokiati or say Rosemond or being or message or the
0.5.
Rose, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Anabuachi.
Na etizai.
Nyame adom me hoye na mpacha onso e.
Nyame adom reverse election so akan pa.
Okay.
Na yenim komo kakra na yehwe hawa niema bisifa ko. Why any Rosemond obeying? You can Rosemond obey her.
Okay.
Which you say?
Oh, me a young lady we be many a din kakra.
Only a day.
Yes, nyame be twitwa me ho de ebi wo ho.
I see.
And dear ba ko eda makoma so kese pa ne se me hu se emma ye koye di wherever we find ourselves, you know, because sebe yenom na ye politics but enye obabiana or then who share politics more. And so wherever we find ourselves, whether corporate, you know, the academia, everywhere, no, me person who say a ma are taking charge, a ma are, you know, just on top without facing obstacles. Oshaya bakwa semwa, and ye may be a kutia ye kakra, but I think say for now no. Niema emuye until I just want to see women thriving, and I'm very biased when it comes to women. Obadi obema prayer dear one. Na if you amena ade ni kitamia, one hweni year meje mu dia ma obano.
Oh Samom.
So that is who Rosemond is. Yes.
Ebana man mema eniema dia na bi nchelia.
Yes.
Any kawe judge di anka utimedi.
Engebe ha dream.
Say bia bema bi ne yire problem. Not just a noise by I was saying. I
might breach constitutional rules, you know.
I see.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you do come on the people's mother.
Okay.
We are first lady and now we are of Mamibiana and now a group the people's mother. We are that side in the
Okay, so I know when I went to Ken University, when I'm here, my first degree.
Oh, okay.
That is Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology.
I see. I see. Do could be 4 years or
me could be 4 years. Wow. Yes. And see, you know. Nyatiani say me call school no obia de na sembe to menim me here say for some reasons na kwa say obia wo hawa na that dream bia otumini mi susum mi sumi man na dream na especially relationship issues.
I see.
Afen so obi wo ho ko beba school sebe ska odi twaduane di oni bi obia ba me ho obia nipa ba ko me ni ba me ho na e fama omo a na omunso akodi me ho adanse acha afoforo nti emuna na afedie omo ba ene ebia ye bibi ye bo mensamane se de be ya omo ha on metumi etie na supem na I can help nti ho na people's mother no e sha ase ena akabesi na ebi okra na me ankasa me di Rosemond na me re efi.
I see.
Yeah.
Ada wo school no ma me no papa etam money back e de kan ho ana. Say obi ahu say no problem Rose na betimi aboa me tima me nko ne ho.
Davi jame ye wiem ba.
We are when for ba.
Me pasha inti no bibia sa eni ho. Na emom no me hu ni se ne bema obi abeka na asema kire na ne bema obi aba wo nchen. Any say ebi ohu ni say the person can relate to you. Obi wo ho asebe wakanye numasi obede na wakobie wasem so actually but I'm always smiling and you know always being there for people.
I see.
Me shena ebia wenim kranya me fa me so me sister wenim ye sheda nya me fa talk to me so I was just always there for people. Yeah.
And me ma onya side in the people's
mother me hu ani say so mo frame me nipa ba ko mienu nyensa eso mo na chesaka ene ma people's mother ne be kai.
Yeah, been completely Ken University.
2017.
And now we here. I see. But now what can you be said? I am now open Mark home in all aspects, whether politics, corporate world, and other sectors. No.
Yeah.
Then I didn't decide yourself as your politics in the first place.
Okay.
Because Mahuse was a TESCON coordinator paying. And TESCON so a year. In fact, is the political wing. Of the
student
the student wing of the
political party
in Canada. We are why politics, not other sectors. Why politics?
Okay, so Nyama politics me who be ramuni say. Eja me ankasa meka krawa. Mididia me mo bidi. It's Maya Egusu people's mother. And I mean me who say. And you say Nyame ebie kwan ma me na me to me eye nyema na me ye na kese mu because I have to also say enye nyema ni na na ba me ni mu a me to me address ye. Enti na me hu ni say wo say me to me nya akonya kese bi na me to me boa enipa bebe titiro ne ma. Enti I also got to know about politics ne what it entails. That me hu say politics no ya akonya eboa ye ma ye ka ye boso asem. Ema ye ka obi ontumi kana asem ne ma akonya ma ye kana asem apoto kasem ye kana di advocacy. Eti e hoda me hu say that be ne me nso me de me hu be hyemu bi ti be de hu be hyemu no na me duadua mu ahu say ye was students when ye were campus which is Tescon.
Okay.
Na me say dia me de banchi abongum na asa dance so na MPP colors na me fe
na MPP colors no offer because now me be some question say after so we take that decision
yes.
Why Tescon not team where is that Tescon MPP's wing student wing
yes
and attain here that of the NDC it then the colors and into the trail call
no if I just say that then that would be quite sarcastic but I mean say Enyama bebre na train me join the because now me share omo idols as at that time now it's more about senior they're talking about the private sector being boosted for jobs and expanding the economy. Unfortunately the idols of the MPP but school needs you also read a little about the part in our personal culture. So that was really my understanding joining and say we are more focused the private sectors to expand the economy and jobs and other things let me only say I don't achieve because you need to understand the ideals of the party so that you can align with the party. Exactly, yes.
I see. As a student then, no, study the ideologies of the two political parties, no, and I say when you can't be children now, sometimes said wako school crap, put me can't yet at TSC. Yes. So before I take a decision, no, now what can I say as someone will say, we never bore me because you need the modus operandi of the MPP and that of the NDC.
Exactly.
It will not obi na tena se e kan sa me twa wa tena se na hunu se no MPP na never bow.
Oh, that as at that time, not Tescon, so you're very quite visible than the team. That's at that time.
Okay.
You don't nearby the be who be shame Tescon be more visible okay university, because we are quite loud. It's here making sure say you get a large membership. But as at that time, not Tescon so quite visible than the team. They used to come around a lot. Or mobile means so people's mother. Manoha maybe sir, okay. It's a say and all that. So sometimes you even make friends with the people trying to recruit you.
I see.
But eventually, we aligned and we also participated in whatever they were doing on campus. So that is how we got into Tescon. Yes. I
see. Obi ohonmo take a decision so me papa mom and dad NDC for MPP for and also so a contributee to you for you joining a year the Tescon.
For me, I would not say the family ties were too strong. And tell the medical former.
Yes.
Maybe
mom align it to the MPP. Align it to the MPP. If you ask them, and then you over
mean to me can say if you ask them, baby. Me if you price, so obviously we share from the eastern region. It has to do with the MP. But at that time, because we're not really informed about the region, the dynamics, the geography too much. But it was just, I grab ayabaniere yensu UDB na yensu enim die kakra if I could say that way. Tina enyo shebi say chinchine try ehana na e was say ye wo anasisi.
I see.
But I also didn't see more of my family members being from the NDC.
Okay.
If I could say that, maybe not actively involved in politics, but you will not see them in that space. Yes, but
so call for the business.
Yes.
I have politics in Nim Papa.
Me mama ye kwe na me papa ye kwe apim but my father is late.
Oh, okay.
Me pacho.
Ba popi di ohonum.
Me mama di otias.
When was the last time you called?
I was say ye be the mama call.
Enti then I do copy mu the vice president office. Koka the campaign team. I'm talking about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Okay, so
because me share where you are the man me that we a PA.
Former
PA. We are talking about personal assistant.
Personal assistant.
Yeah, to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Exactly, yeah.
Then I do copy him. What do you say? We're not a year, if I say, we don't know what to who. Then I do copy her.
Oh, Netian say with Abakwasem Kakaya can okay in West, you know. And so ye holding some positions. So when it came to the student front now, we were very formidable, you know. So I know after the test con, no, we held other positions on campus.
Okay.
Na a BA hall, women's commissioner hall, and I'm them, and also share mass or hall. Maybe majority leader was students parliament or campus. Most
student
parliament campus.
Wow.
Yes, and
so the equals parliament, you know. Most student parliament.
We are also doing dress rehearsal. And you know, and also the last position I held was student representative council SRC, women's commissioner. And you know, Oshana, you know, we've been very actively involved at the students' front, but we were known MPP people.
I see.
So I'm that student leader who said no, she's MPP. Like she's straight.
Okay.
She's straight. Okay. You cannot. There's no two ways about where she stands. And the NDC for that time, na NDC for the Omago cry. No.
More for her.
You draw no money because you say MPP for. It's a free one now. Maybe I'm a national service. It's a national service. Day yensu yenim kakra national youth organizer na or pray that is Hemina Nabuachi.
Okay.
Your best support. You know, I helped him to mobilize the TESCON fund because TESCON 4 take a decision when it comes to voting for the national youth organizer.
Okay.
There's a delegation, so we had to make sure we get all of them on board. Siamiadom nanabi ebe wini and omame position as one of the TESCON coordinators.
Okay,
oh yes.
And we youth organization position.
Okay. So also by nomami position as the TESCON deputy national TESCON coordinator. Near year 4, the 3 guys and myself. Me one and me yoba, and you know from there no na say. Yenso yemu abeye drukakra. Ewo part at least at the students' front. And I mean, I gave a lot of hope to young women in the MPP for the 4 years, that is 2018 to 2022.
Okay.
Exactly. You know, you did a juma no baby, no, Moana Chese. Papa and so many no equaye juma.
Okay, Papa Ben, okay.
Former boss.
Dr. Bawumia. Okay,
oh, and no dear say. We are Bebuna Ubo Humodin party anymore.
Yes.
You can catch the attention of some leaders in the party.
Okay.
Until you have to be more visible na omunso muhu ejuma pomo ya empenifon so ebe no ebetum yo manu ayeden atu ama o pese o fa ejuma ebe ma aye kama. So that is technically what happened, you know. Or frame the Jumano etumani, but now me office, I want the campaign office.
Okay, maybe at Obina introduce man, and as on one who Juma, so young people ni na or student politics, would have been over the mainstream, no. Even who Juma Obuana, so Obina saw Sado command, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Oh, yeah, say me per se, me get very simple. Make us say me Juma. And a kasama, not to go into the details, but me juma ne kasama me.
Details when numbers will be coming.
Or say you ask me a specific question, say, obi na de me share ninsa.
Okay.
And on one of friend is ababa our brand.
Yes.
You get the point. But whichever the case may be, no. Juma and a kasa ayede amount. And then you also shower more than you be to me the ayede abuan. Yes, exactly. So that is what happened.
I see. 81. Obi na do kwa na one of opekeo.
Yes. And I make a Chelsea.
A woman said, oh, you were Juma.
Yes.
And we're Juma no, I bet,
yes.
That's what tea.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh, Rose. lady what here where juma pa o untimi nya juma and I say bi am make akotewa bi ma hu say lady be call up and down but na juma so mani mon friend ma me e hono na mpese me hu say aye true connections na copy I don't want to
make me aka say ni na bi but with minimal connection because any medical ya can ma ba kwasem no de we be say me anteba mini wofas
only godfather and godmother
mini wofabia wo party ni mini obi obebo mechi dom you know because enipa bebre wo enipa bia won so I wasn't that person so I think say ningina enkemfo ano it's really out of onusuni goodwill to reward a party person or no sure but to me most importantly I contribute effectively to or no so niju media na idane which was to win the primaries.
After no.
Oh, Yamfan is coming from 2022 to 2023.
2022 to 2023. How now? Oberu papa no.
Ne papa ye.
One papa no into contact. Ajuma be no the share as at that time. O call no office one.
So Ajuma the share me sano. I was his personal assistant.
Personal assistant.
Me patron, but I was going to be stationed at the campaign office.
Okay.
On say Nani role no, he's serving as the vice president of the country.
Okay.
At the same time, no, so no share a crab which is to win the flag bearership.
No, within the same MPP.
Within the same MPP. No, na I was say or share also and ye may be a year in terms of how obey dedicating the time, attention to the campaign. At the same time, so no near the boss, Edebe Mano at the presidency, no bit me because Nimi no a cabo moi, a bit my quite problematic. You cannot dedicate time and attention to it, and in doing that, so you need to also dedicate human resource specifically to these two offices. Of course, as a vice president, the team was already set because it was already in motion. But when it comes to campaign, you also need to, put that in place. And also abwa. So my role was basically to assist him and so assist him, sit in his meetings, write his minutes. I do travel with him sometimes, and also every duty of an executive assistant or assistant. So you play an administrative role as well. Yes. I see.
And me fan say when Dr. Bawumia as ne PA send ye wodam hai. Van the meeting ye. Woni namini at unatra meeting aseda.
Me patron.
One-on-one, so we're not some meeting and say that. Send a worker say much minutes na the adena.
Sure.
Now basically for the campaign.
For the campaign.
Not for the vice presidency office.
So my jurisdiction is not at the Jubilee House. My jurisdiction is at the campaign office.
The campaign office.
Because we had a goal to win the primaries. We had a campaign. So that was just it. Yeah.
I see. Now, you shut the ABC. So doing me for how many years?
Oh, young fan is Sanya Makan, I've mentioned 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years from 22.
It will not be entirely cumulatively from that time, but I've mentioned say I was involved within all these 2 years up until Winnie Nyamiadum
Nesaka flag bearership position. No. I see. Saying a doctor here need leadership skills. Before cry about call Dr. Sunu Nebano. Now watch them say no PA. Personal assistant
at the campaign office.
And yet Jubilee House Assembly.
No.
But information kita so say now you're a receptionist. It will be a receptionist. I didn't know about say you're PA to Dr. Bawumia. Rose.
Well, I've not heard it, but when I walk I say information what it's absurd say obi ebekasa and I think say some of these things it's just mischievous and it if it's really to defy the purpose of whatever conversation I've had previously or whatever we are going to have now, Lydia, I don't think it needs my attention. Why would a person just say, I have worked with this man, and this is really the story? Now, baby, now, what she said. Let me say, what she said, you may be sad. It's just for people who are not ready to speak about the topics and what is really on the ground and what I've been talking about. What is leadership? Leadership, that is idea I have been, very vocal about. It's, in a nutshell, we say, we go, we talk. There's a term my former boss use, amano. They should speak to me when it comes to leadership and what we are to expect.
I don't know
on 7 December.
Yes.
They should be talking about, but this kind of things, they are very absurd, they are very mischievous. And
I don't
think it needs attention.
Yeah, I know that we will come there, but you see, sometimes.
Okay.
Sir, you're okay. You are making sense to me.
Okay.
And near my work, can you near my framework? One my chronology of events.
Okay.
Near my do framework be even doctor office.
Okay.
One me at say na on the campaign office. Okay. Then your vice presidency office work.
Exactly.
When that tram meetings, several meetings, actual minutes. Is that not it? San waka. Now all of a sudden, we baba this girl, or you say anything, it won't forget Now I say. Or cause some sign of credibility.
Yeah.
At the amount you get it. So we ignore the sana one trim year. I think amount for might not take you serious.
All right.
You know what I say?
Okay.
What is one guy called Krobia Kwabenazante?
Yes, I know him.
Who is he?
He's an aide to Dr. Bawumia at the vice presidency. Yeah.
Or aide to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Vice President.
The main house.
The main house, one. Okay. He wrote this in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Guys, let's focus. This girl in question was one of the receptionists at the new campaign office when we needed more hands and was subsequently dismissed for exstated misconduct. That was so grave to the campaign. This is what the aide to Mahmoud Bawumia at the office of the Vice President Tawakano Eka Ojene saying.
It's very mischievous, and some of those reactions.
Also, you were one of the receptionists.
Well, I think it's very disrespectful, for him to churn out Bibisa. Because he's somebody I also had great respect for, I have worked with a couple of them, but say somebody is speaking to an issue. After all, your former boss, he's always says that we should stick to the issues.
Okay.
We shouldn't do insults. It's a contest of ideas. Now, Obidi, an idea about what she thinks leadership should be about. Now, you get the point.
Yeah.
But I have found a new path and a new purpose.
Okay.
Now I'm speaking to leadership. Now I'm
yeah.
Now you think say you go this lower. I don't think I would have. I can have your time. Yes.
All right. So now you're one of the receptionists.
No, please.
Now you're aide to the vice president.
I shared an office with his ADC, the one who sits behind his back.
Who's back?
My former boss.
Okay.
The police officer.
The police officer. Yeah. Now let me share office.
Exactly.
Wow. Oh, you're a tough girl.
So what is he talking about?
But Krobia own him personally.
Oh, I know him personally.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. It is.
I didn't expect him to be this low.
We're below the belt.
No, it's just below the belt. Yeah.
I see.
He should come up with a leadership argument so that we can.
All right.
Go into this election.
Yeah. Got details to the Kakra. Who is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in terms of when it comes to leadership? Because this man will take a very tough decision when he in the office.
Okay.
So that others will benefit.
Okay.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia me share one-on-one da.
Okay.
Me share ne sem da. Me hu no program bi ase da. One on na tena. Why Mahmoud Bawumia in terms of leadership? Because he is vying to become president.
Exactly.
And Ghana has also a population of about 34 million. Yadoso pa. Kakrebi na niya juma nipa kakrebi anamo wano hono. In terms of the leadership skills, Doctor, you will be able to be Ghana Shenza.
Okay, Doctor, I get it. So we are going to dovetail his leadership style into say Obetimia handle or minor and as
yes, please. Yes, please. Okay, no, I want to know one kakrana never feel.
All right.
I don't know because I don't know Obetimia translated the about the bigger picture.
I get it.
Eti kakrana mo ye hono or you be not very tough or Obetimia take a decision on your be so I be manipulating so easily. And I'm person me hono. Then we transition to the bigger picture.
All right. So Papa, I keep on saying Papa because he was like a father to me.
Okay.
And he's still a father anyway.
Okay.
A boss now, like I say, a former boss.
Okay.
But once somebody has been your father, he's always a father to you. Now, he's a nice person. He smiles a lot.
I can treat
you'll be sad. Okay.
You the chamber for.
Papa, or ye be a crana, ye be a question. I won't say he's always smiling. You get it. So
he's the Albano addressing us, no, son or sister or them.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Me on time when never force.
Okay.
You know, and other things so you know. But ye wo esuni by they are very essential qualities bia. Obi a person o leader bia no. Upe say a school prefect na oko pe or preseko. Say just wherever you find yourself, it has to do with the role. There are some leadership qualities be or why it was say in my view no and no be my way to me ejina ye in terms of goal now and then swadi hu na eda woso eda wenim no e be my way to me achieve it.
Okay.
You know, so you'll be as an American called that then they be all straight. So if we can say who is a nice person, he will pass for a nice person.
Okay.
But when it comes to leadership, it's bad leadership. So that is a distinction.
Fabra Pina here. What okay. The all kinds of see enough. Yes.
Oh yeah, madam.
Yes.
Yes. You know.
So me Cornelia.
Minim and then I can it's everyone say way. Oh, na watch it, the minu no me penasem, but ebe do bet na console nichia.
Yes.
You cannot be a good uncle.
Okay.
So there's a distinction between your persona as in usu no by na friends no usu no by say the jumedie bi ehye won say nyema mienu. It is a fact say Meka say biana buachi awuti way.
Yes.
You cannot be a good uncle with the console.
Okay.
But I like you as a friend. Okay. And not just say me time.
Okay.
But I'm criticizing you constructively.
Okay.
Say masa me pewasem but I had it so that is the difference. I was saying so when I criticize the leadership, it doesn't mean you're criticizing the person. Not make us say on any day no. He's always going to be my father.
If I get you correct,
exactly. Okay.
Are you saying, say, Dr. Mamadou Bawumia, or qualified to be a nice person?
Exactly.
But leadership there?
No.
And you're not.
Yes.
I didn't hear. Justification there.
Okay. And I make us say, Mianka say, Uni obisaya, Emma Uhuni.
I know, cry.
Entino sebe ono papa mu ye adwuma okoba
utona akofom
me se woni papa ye adwuma na okoba o the assignment e hye wonsa na eniema ekoso sene wo seye den ekoso na so do any better from na onso wa hwe leader ni so that you can also draw inspiration from the person.
Okay.
And now so be hu say bia anamona wutu nefa na ejuma na odi ama wono nani so anase say you try to study the person because obi ani ni ejuma that day you cannot be perfect on the job.
I don't know, correct.
Edi wo ejuma no de bia na chese okra no wakoye papa dey papa how am I doing? I used to do that a lot to my former boss. That make son nani nyina mu no he was very affirmative say nyema ayeden ekoso yi enti no ye ejuma na mu na enyeme bi ekokoso na nyema na ekokoso no nieme bi a wache me betina ha embeka ho asem.
Never been a cause rules.
Oh, I'm not going to talk about the issues, but it can dovetail into my conclusion.
Okay.
Or what I have perceived at the end of the day.
Because you see, Rose, is here only a man me. But a victim of the fact that you are coming from Crow.
Yes.
It's here no.
Yes.
Ebi a meche kakra.
Yes.
It's only happening me.
Yeah.
Now, BBSC. The next 3 days, 4 days, you got na say ade na wo kan fa nipa no ade na si na ususu say ABCDT ena masumasi o de Ghana hye ne sa enyi yi no na say wantimi antimu kakra nkyere me a me da agi atum say asem na kan no kra. But question.
I get you very clearly,
yes.
Because asem am making, so I know say it's here for and so it is. So they also want to know say
of course.
Yeah, what exactly the issues were, but just normal administrative decisions that had to be taken at the office. And yeah, bibia a change. So
okay.
Say leader when it matters most na ebia okawanu tum na enipa bi ene treo say ekwan we ni emfa so ekwan we ni emfa so ma wo leadership na to sin kakra. Bana bo acho tin ya me.
Yeah, ma to asema me share dan ti ase yi sa.
Wo beti ase eguso ayedi nkomo ni koye ni.
Okay.
Wo beti ase ntino meme de me madwemu ni de say oni on the leader there or primary when you say you lead
and take tough decisions when necessary.
Oh yeah, you lead and expect your followers to follow.
Yes.
In the same vein, when there's a need for a direction, you will let them I had a conny say you see the you better left instead of right.
Yes.
Not your son so the edge which we na own our papa and your sanity. But north. Ebia I was say bia ye call west. Now went to me nya kokudra and say north na ye kono. Yen there's a need for redirections. Yen kofa left. Na enipa bi kwa na omokopemu a na che say nia odi ye kan no esin to bi kakra ye de. Abem. Afenso no yen na koye penny sempo bi eka papa ne ho ne ye adwuma na wonyi seme papa den ya wo ya bofra in terms of the hierarchy.
Okay.
Intino netie bia in terms of decision making, conflict resolution, dear ben no, it has to come from the leader. Not any other person. So bi betimi atan be bia ka say me so me ne papa ye adwuma na I am me kire ma adwen on this particular issue. Don't also forget, say he doesn't work in a vacuum. Only nipa ene obia wo onu so na dream tree. But when you leader, idea ba kubi wa so you very careful. And this goes to everybody who you leader. Mohammed himself mo mpeni forward. Wherever you find yourself a leader. There's a potential there's a window bia. Say wama wenyanda where people will manipulate and dictate to you because obia ba can be bia show and everybody has their interest. Intiminim CEO ti ho. Yeah. And then news anko CEO say you. And the technical men and they are the one who's a momajuma cry but people don't really know much about them. Technical person ako onuso ako chenadri on a particular production. And everybody has diverse views about what decisions should be taken over here.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I was still leader no opinion it's way okay. And about you can't say Abrante be can't say we be can't say okay, so let me find a balance, analyze it properly. You get my point. But obia beka okay, osi say koya, what will happen? Say chaos na besi. But when there's leadership, there's a clear line that is drawn. So okay, osi say okay. Say I have taken this decision. It makes it very simple.
Okay.
So sanya money bi na wo ho ameme hu papa ho I was quite disappointed.
Eti onye decisive leader. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the decisive leader.
What person can is sad, but I think say he's more of a people's pleaser. Into the banisana, you are not able to take decisions because you want to please everybody. You cannot take a decision. So maybe I can buy into that premise. Yeah.
So on your decisive leader.
Yeah.
See, or you be you manipulate manipulating so easily.
Me de kakra me hu ye ni de na anodin.
Anodin okwan ben so.
So bia wo na dwentre. Efa bibi ho. And there's supposed to be clear leadership guidelines. Say hey, say ne ye ko no efa ebia asem we hu anasa asem we hu. Then a clear communication will also come down to whoever is supposed to execute that decision. And now whoever is supposed to abide by that decision. But as will be again, and we cannot live in a lawless country. Like even in Ghana, we need law. We are governed by laws, the constitution, regulations, and it will be and that is what makes a place, sane. So when you need sanity in a place, no matter what the issues are, is either you are bringing out workable solutions, and our guidelines said this is the direction, and sometimes we use dialogue, negotiations, and issues are solved. I
see. Eti yamfa say baby Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia obiano. Chaos nko because is the boss. Maybe I'm the issue about. Also the issue about. Mami otie the issue about. Alaska the issue about. Na yenyina kan ye de awiem ontimi take decisive decision say na mpese ye kono a na boache koyo de rose koyo de we ko de saka
ebi o krampo a onka so obebo ni tin ko so otai peniti o shiki
ni tipa won
nti ebi o obebo ni tin ko nti so obia ye ni ope nti so obia ye ni ope sa na enu so no ade no de day no the focal points no the confusion because there's no clear direction. But the year na opinion chess asem we no yemfa ni say no obia nim say ade no the day no nya wo be ye bia ba be shower junction we so you cannot just be defecting and doing your own thing. You get it. So that is really so it has to do with leadership. It has to do with leadership. Yeah.
Eti metwase here.
Yeah.
Oti manage Ghana.
I have said that, and I'm not shying away from it. He cannot manage I don't
Ghana.
think so between. Yeah.
Because of
based on what I've seen, and then was Sadia, but I don't think so. Was
the moral life, what you say?
The moral life.
Yes.
Everybody's got their moral life, so I can't go into that. And I don't know about some moral life has to do with your private life, if that is what you're saying.
Yes.
Everything that is private is not privy to another person, so I don't know about that. Yeah.
God, we are okay. Our towers also need to know.
Oh, so me they say it has to do with only panidimina. For example, means money maybe I cannot talk without not raising my hands and I'm not tilting my head, so it has to do with just demeanor. That was just by the way anyway, but that we can see that he likes to smile a lot and shake his head.
Smiling be on more, I don't know.
Well, for me, I think the smile no, it's quite inspirational. Yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not that bad. But then you know Ghana for bediada. Baby, I do. You know ni bediada.
Baby, I do. You know ni bediada. I see. Abusua afena ebia what do kasa vidina at one more high radio gold 90.5 FM. Yeni affiliate stations outdoor. And in the next 10 minutes. Me the interview about we na fin so yatoa yenkomo twetwe so ye be pon ye 5:30 but then che many rose ebe wie na ROSEMOND OBENG na many no etianum formally na one Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and a ye adwuma na ne one ne nya adwuma biem eti na komo twetwe e ho no na ye di efie nkomo kakra ye di ne fie nkomo kakra. Now share the leadership skills of the NPP flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Say, you bet me the Ghana sharing, sir, the next 4 years. And Rose will catch him, say, the bidder. Say, office okrom wompo, saka, nkwa, say, Onyobia, Otimisi Jina, say, assume a Siabe Boning crew, or Bentiam Boning crew. We are Canadian, men are me a year, mo boss, no, say, I'm a person, ye, Mon Cordam, oh, there'll be a person and 1 year. Tinaje say oyobi ado ode bibi hye nsa obeba no na che say ne buru na be buru ye ho a ya buru ye ho ama moja apram ye eti Rose ya transition ko the bigger picture.
All right.
One year when you office, there are certain issues also to be discussed live on there.
Sure.
I don't know the never be one more emphasis. But your point didn't come on.
Me patch you.
Your point didn't come on.
Me patch you.
Eti penny wa catch them no. Not just say Dr. Bawumia. Otimi eni Ghana nim.
Oh say Nana Boache.
Yes, yeah.
Baby o my dream. You drew a very critical stage. You hear a very assertive leadership. Assertive you be a or did a nice AC honor be paying how bit to me. I or be managing a nice free baby or then a nice.
I see.
Leadership which has authority. You get my point. Say this is what is going to hold. And a clear sense of direction, any political will. Baby on my age, I don't need to say, but me share me papa. I've said so. I say me papa. I'm a former boy. I say me papa.
Yeah.
Near my way, I'm a king in Anya there. We can tease it out from his leadership style.
Onibi.
That be.
That
be. And you know, there was a time I recollect something about. John Mahama leadership. Okay, Minkai Nebusian and enough for this young energetic woman, Victoria Hammer.
Yes.
Okay, in the situation.
Yes.
And of course, say the Niswadi. Sika the Nisa crying and Kai, but John Mahama the nice for Mukasa Dabi. Akwe when Niswadi who there's so dia, baby. It's Mr. Obepe baby ayede atna jifa ativo o se kofa scanebra enu ko wie kra o se sign efa wakonwa ayede eto esensensem bebrede ewo Abuga Pele, I don't know what's the name.
Yeah, that's the correct name.
Abuga Pele. He served the jail term. You get my point. So that is leadership of authority, assertiveness. Say that be no one point is grandpa. John Mahama was able to deal with them. You get my point? Being clear on the communication, say a win-win-winner. A situation in a quiet winner made them obey. Ebefaso. That was bold. How John Mahama even ended Doomsday crisis in 2016. Oka say Ojitumu, Yedikai. Ojitumu say Adieno ewo. Now so no, I will take the bull by the horn. She engagement with the IPPs or they are merry plans by take or pay and yama dear but or your bold into no I said no. Seman for me na yensi for masa or how near bebre say and ya dear Ghana for bedding be free. So didn't I see from and to me ma or no crowd to me dealing with on 1 year points and also look at the instance of ending the Doomsday crisis. And I know that there are many examples. Say John Mahama is an assertive leader because that is what really this country needs now. Baby, it's not funny anymore. It's not funny, you know. Unemployment is on the high. The economy, in fact. Economy need the omupio obumpo yebeko so aka ho ase because eno na ama ahochire yayede aba but
economy na sama waka no once upon a time we were told in this country say your former boss or your papa also would even do when ni adwuma bi mo no say or economic wasted tema mo office na mo di hu nkomo say he's the man na obetimi abo ma economy no
media are not going to command any the office or any the office, but he had a responsibility, and everybody make a responsibility to be any to say those were expectations are na free,
okay,
and it was just one. Senior, you were Mesa use you as an example. I like doing a lot of examples. Your number one role is to host the program.
Yes.
Into Uba, not a camera now say open say they ultra camera. Now that is not your role.
Yes.
And I'm just saying that in terms of how they have run away from the economy to digitalization. So I'm saying anything. And Ubana also another uncle no. Me pese me tra camera ni bia. That's problematic because even though no comes together as production because my year training accounts were GBC.
Okay.
So that is why I valued my technical people so because they omuntina people see us or listen to us. So omuroni top notch. Enti wo bana also ene de wo betwa camera. Nana Boache, it means to say you have deferred from your core responsibility, which is he being the head of the EMT. And that is a core responsibility. Say, she yesika semso na yenso ye die gidie ehye mu if you say o kansem bebre nsem ye de to yasum na yenso ye de ye re ehye mu na afa de ba ne sen na ye de Russia Ukraine war and je say enema je say odi shasem mu kra enye so his primary responsibility was the economy. There's no ambiguity about it. It will be obey say, oh, na say siadie na ade na say Urajo Mahama na near Tana na say. If there's enough 4 cities, say 380 pesos. Na a abominable class obebo Mahama dia. And it's 17 cities. And I was say any nipekuo na mama ya bedru baby aye wo mokotena Jupiter na Mars. They don't deserve to be in this country. You know, entino omo pe omo mpro honi de ye beka ho ase because the voters are going to vote based on the economy. And economy no anu botom.
Eno de no kra.
Na no be to dokron come to me and to fish. Yes, because fish price no boy dey aye dey. You know, and that is what the ordinary Ghanaian is talking about. Yes.
I see. And me no be but obi the message we have me say.
Okay.
How I would describe our former boss Dr. Mamadou Bawumia. I don't think I say Obia seems to be comfortable with him. That's it. You need to Bawumia because you call him a hogo. Obia benya the way. Obia benya the way. Even the current MPP structure here. Okay. Obia Bawumia person they no associating with Bawumia simply because Bawumia is an indecisive leader. And for that matter, what near penny bit me.
So be person associating him with Dr. Bawumia primarily is because he is a flag bearer. He has the power. Okay. And everybody is drawn to power. Okay. You know. But aside from that, no more munim, and no more burning, no more money in the Jumano. And someone make a way and some more money. They know it, but perhaps they just don't want to talk about it. And I mean, so Sebi, a minimum kwame interest, I will not be speaking about leadership. I see. After all, I am a former boss or I am a papa. And he said, me come on to na. He has his way with the country, and then a better tea upon somewhere bed you. But that is not the issue.
I see. When the wife is Yada, Samira, tell me now the new Jumano.
Me papa wife. She is a very good friend. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Only more one-on-one.
He's a very good friend.
I see.
I think that she's quite assertive.
I see. Yeah. I see. Obano Osifu Kamono. Now kita NDC chiye.
Me pacha, it's
Mama chiye no here. You know me here.
Okay. This is it.
This is the umbrella.
Yes, please.
You are under the umbrella.
I'm very safe under the umbrella.
You are safe under the umbrella.
Exactly.
You brought this umbrella into this compound.
Yes, I brought it.
Then Ekoso, have you joined the NDC or what joining? NDC.
My cross carpeting.
What cross carpeting?
Yes. And we are Potokasi. But me can we a tree castle. Not to say me free a febi abba. Now I align with the NDC more now, you know, because
since when?
Oh, it's been for some months now, but I'm just speaking now. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes. It's a new be as a siana. It's a real drink say.
Afina.
No. Chiena crampo manto.
Why the NDC? Because your political parties. Why the NDC?
Okay. On say MPP na ye wom no. Na ye nim say they are more focused, making sure say businesses will thrive and all that. Those the private sector being boosted, the economy, that is really books when you
practical.
But in terms of
yes,
it means to say the party ideals as a sayaka abem. I feel so they stifle the growth of the youth in the party. Because media minimum party they dampen for no months now or more corner ebi mu beshem na enkwalane so ye den ebeches. That is how parties grow. But party where dey sebe ebi wo ho a penifo manimu a uni peni bia also mu uni godfather bia uni you don't have a strong connect in the party. Even if you put in the work, you cannot survive. It is sad way now. And especially youth no more party. And I watch it's so sad. Issues of job. Intimate say MPP mano. Tescom 4. They don't have jobs. Say who be online say Tescom 4 fra. Ebe same baby. Radio gold, maybe I know when to me unfair, but if people are being objective for 8 years, 7 years, 6 years, 5 years, 4 years down the line, they don't have jobs.
I'm a party what power no.
I'm a party what power. And it's a large percentage. Can say maybe about power, any about power, say NDC, team for that would be very unrealistic. Yes. But at least no sebe penifo can be say border my chassis free. And say indeed you are creating jobs now. And I just say the Tescom members or the youth in the party should be featured in those numbers because they're also Ghanaian youth. And to say I created 2.6 million jobs. They should be featured in that number. And I find those figures very unrealistic, and very deceptive, and especially using those figures to deceive the Ghanaian youth out there. More jobless, and the figures are real from 8% to 14.7%. Figures don't lie. Mikita 20 cities medium 10 cities, Rebecca 10 cities. And he said, Mahama wa Bemuna, the unemployment figure was 8%. Now says unemployment issue 14.7%. You cannot convince me. So when it comes to youth employment, you have both solutions for that.
I see. Yeah, sure. Say, do you see now? No, you are. Is what journey NDC?
Yes, I'm an NDC member.
You call former party.
Sure.
Former boss office.
All right.
Break the 8.
Yeah.
You be Yamo. You be Musing. Umusa bibi sabiti mi akoso nkomo bi bia akoso pen umusa abato eba betui bibi betimi asi unlikely event because say bia is electoral commission and 1 PP omowia the will of the people the ama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia umu bisa
media ni amitumi aka ne say e was say Mrs. Yami NDC so I speak as an NDC member. Okay. I was saying NDC for your my near day edaho abo on kawa unfinished and show we've been in this country a lot of inconsistencies with the EC. Well, they could just be errors, normal errors. They could also be have an intent and the ema day and now na yenka kasa denche Ghana fo na omunko no munko to abanu nti e wose ema yeni daho until the last ballot is counted no memo bi anye the end until Ghana turns green on December 7th or December 8th.
I see.
Yeah.
John and Jane tickets wakoyo oba wo say wo de banner man me ma we bias. Say what can me so no. I have 3 girls.
Okay.
And master no ya na akako bi o ho mama kakra say me support mu kakra.
Okay, I see.
So how do you see that ticket?
Well, John Mahama and the NDC Oma show a very strong political will. Oma say Ghana former or more respect ye papa because all the other political parties now they all had an option to choose or nominate a woman. Inti no mo koda demu no mo dream ya no mo say e mema vice presidential nominations e be boom na uhwe the leader John Dramani Mahama any NDC as a major political party me can say because meaning say some of the independent candidates no or more ayewe they've also nominated women that is I think Cheddar
Cheddar
and there's also a woman on one case as a CPP you know but a major political party that can form power and take power from this current government to say yadoma yadrema ho we value the input of women media me hu say Ghana former yesu no John Dramani Mahama ni NDC fuati yesu.
I see.
Yesu beni yesu. Ese mumpia ye na yenso no yenye nyema kese. Na obi adadwe hu se ni esesa na tiege ni yemfo ba meka ye ho na yedin kunimu a would have the first female vice presidential candidate. I don't take this ticket for granted.
I see.
And I'm encouraging my work Ghana because your numbers squad also. Until we can endorse this ticket, embrace this ticket, let's make this ticket our own. Say, indeed, and to thank John Dramani Mahama and the NDC, say, you love us and we also love you. Yeah.
I see. And okay, to say me a question we. Was say a former boss. Do you think that in any unlikely event, no win elections now? Well, achieve mafia no betima control na Rose. What kind of did you see from the conversation?
In fact, no crana matimasanso what to say that would be a third term of Nanado's government and all that. What is in maybe sir?
Yes.
It synchronizes with Nia Abrantie. Ebisano. Say as a leader, who knew who dear Obi Bechoni was away. So it's highly possible.
Oh, okay. It is possible.
It is possible for
him to be controlled.
Exactly. Yeah.
Rose, finally. Yeah. Then what am I for Channel Fancy?
Finally, in media maker say media me hu haino. Na NDC as a party me ba mu Samantha Goyi o matre odoshonko. Eno mono sebe me ameye anti be ya meti he emfa ho ni ba bia wo free they love everybody na me encourage me MPP for no especially youth because any man that is really areas na e ha me bebre no ene adwuma ni ho ukotwa betting so yes ya 10%.
Yes,
it's just absurd and me encourage youth no me former party no. Anyway, you say, Miss Selm, Miss Selm, Crodos, I ain't not for a conjure in Mwasi. In Mwasi of unemployment, in Mwasi of Yama be brains and fatano. The umbrella is very big enough. Omumra na Omomeka NDC party, they should vote overwhelmingly for JDM. NJ's ticket.
I see.
Now, meaning say they have the political will to reset the country, particularly the economy, where it is in shambles now. There's no two ways about it. Omumra seni NDC for Jimmy, meaning say Omonsono, Omo Madria Omontantani Nano. I've got a lot of messages and you pay me so person Mobania. So they should come because
I'm MP before. I'm person Mobile NDC. Ompeso mo buy NDC ne de emfa woni ba bia wo free se wo ma me ya pache se ne ya se wo papa se be ne ni efra NDC ye party a
That is why they call themselves a Congress.
Okay.
It's made up of, all groups of people.
I see.
Then party, as some people feel entitled, sebi. And near be air cost party.
All right. Obi last question there, yeah. Was it after joining NDC now?
Yeah.
I don't know why on a very quiet note, but I decided to go into the media.
Well, send me kind me bedroom. Get my point.
I'll be on what too much.
Send me me koto about the maybe a makume mukame to my JDM. When I go to the ballot, people would even presume I'm voting for my former boss, right? But I want people to join me in rescuing and resetting the country, to be imbibed in a high to be clear in their minds to say, yes, sister, people's brother, and I'm saying na wetua. So that they can come out, they all can come out. So it was very important for me to be very vocal about this all-important choice in this critical elections. And to get more of my MP people, and also to let people also appreciate the leadership now. Because I know they who hear me. People cannot give you what they have. But me say, please give me this phone. I cannot give it to you. So if you expect leadership from somebody, not only it will never happen.
That's true.
So it was important for me to come out for these two reasons. Yeah.
Rosemond Obeng, aka the People's Mother, former National TESCON coordinator and PA to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia campaign office. Rose, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me. To God bless you so much.
God bless you.
I mean, sure.
Saturday, number 8.
Me passion number 8.
Number be any baby.
Number be any baby. I only I can kaya. 1, 2, 3. We said numbers need any so, but just make it simple. Just look for the umbrella. Just make it simple. Look for the umbrella and look for the man, John Dramani Mahama.
And you are saying we are safe under the umbrella?
I'm very safe. Okay. Yeah.
Rose, but that's it.
All right.
You wish your price for Easter.